Age Concern is a trusted brand. We've been going for a long time. We've helped a lot of people out. I think the way that the team operates is that we deal with people with great compassion. And that's really important. When you're meeting someone who's in a very difficult circumstance, you need someone who can be understanding to your situation.
The elderly population quite often get forgotten about, and I think it's really important that there's somewhere that they can feel they can come to and get that support, particularly for ones that are on their own, don't have any friends or their family, and it's a sort of hub here for them that they can come to and connect with other people.
We have a growing centre called the Veranda. It's somewhere for people to meet and greet and have a drink and have a coffee, but also the opportunity to get involved in games and activities from yoga to keep fit, right the way through to craft, art, bingo, bridge. And we're trying to build something that people can enjoy coming to that's got something for everybody.
Two of the key things that we do to help elderly people are giving them the advice. Staff know what benefits people are due, where they can get help and advice, where they can even find trusted traders if they need jobs doing and that. And then the second one is the befriending. We get volunteers who are befrienders to go out and meet up with elderly people.
We've grown our befriending service by 100% in the last 12 months. And I think that people are becoming more focused, and there's evidence emerging on the impact that loneliness and isolation has on people, and particularly on their health. So I think that's an area where we can make a real difference.
Our aim is to make life better for those in later years. Obviously there's people who will be in extreme poverty, some people who are choosing between heating and eating, and we move them out of that situation so that they can have a new life. People who are lonely and socially isolated, people who are just looking for friendship. They may be mobile, but they may have had family move away or loved ones who have been lost, and we connect those people together with peers.
Whether it's the trustees or whether it's the volunteers or whether it's the staff, we're all aiming to do the same thing. But no engine can work without oil, and money is needed to keep the cogs running. And I think that we have seen from the funders that we've had that they've seen ample evidence of the willingness of volunteers and staff alike to actually put their shoulders behind the wheel and do a really fantastic job for the older people of Colchester. And they should back that and feel good that they've been able to back that and know that their money is not wasted.
I believe that people should help fund this charity because the area that we operate in is so important. We all have somebody in our lives that has needed help at some point in old age. But this charity gives those people somewhere to go to, a voice, somewhere so they can be listened, and somewhere that they can really feel at home.
There are so many fantastic services and goals that the charity really has. In order for us to continue our mission and trying to reach older people and make sure that they're able to make the most of their later years, the funding is really necessary for that.
We've partnered with lots of grant makers and funders and also some corporates as well, and we'd love to talk to people if they want to know how they could make a difference. We'd very much welcome having a face-to-face conversation. Equally, the traditional way of writing a cheque is perfectly acceptable, and we'll be happy to accept cheques in that format as well. We've got digital routes online through our website, so whichever way you'd like to, but we'd love to talk to you about your donation if you wanted to work out where your money was going to go and how it's going to be best used. Age Concern is a great place to volunteer. We've got some really good success stories even over this year. People have been with us for 10, 11 years and thoroughly enjoy volunteering with us. We've had people who have moved into contracting positions who now support the organisation after a time of volunteering, and other people who have moved onto our books as well.
It's very flexible, which is really nice. I mean, I only work 4 hours a week, but I do it consistently. And certainly now that we've got so many activities here, there's quite a variety of different roles.
I think the returns from volunteering at Age Concern are enormous. They have been for me. I've seen the organisation change radically from the time when I first joined as a trustee. And I think the feedback is the fact that you get more back from volunteering than you do from actually the input you make into it.
It's so rewarding
working with age concern and older people, and if somebody comes to you for help and you're able to give them that help, and some people come out of here and say, I'm so relieved. To be able to do that and hear that we're just in such a privileged position.
Well, when I come through those doors, I immediately feel like I could be myself. I feel the atmosphere is really, really friendly, and feel like I've got a sense of belonging here as opposed to other places I've worked in the past.
Basically, I started off as a volunteer, and even though I was a volunteer, only did a few days a week, I still felt that I was a team member. It didn't feel divided from volunteers to staff members.
I had volunteered to support the charity earlier in the year, so I'd already met one or two of the team, and I loved the ethos and the extra step that everybody took to support an older person. And it's those little details that make the difference to somebody, particularly in later years, and it can really make a difference to people's daily lives, especially if they don't have that much contact with anybody else.
There's a friendly group of people here. We care a lot about what the needs are for people in later years. We have such a wide variety of things that we can support people with in later years, and we're very easy and accessible to get hold of. And we just want you to know that you're not alone. Often people in the war years think that they've got to battle through and they need to choose between heating and eating, but you don't need to do that. You can come through and the team will provide you the support that you need.